Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Herd Stadium in Beverly for Northeastern Conference football. English Bulldogs on the road, taking on the Beverly Panthers. English coming off a terrific year last year, 10-1, going to division finals before losing a game, and then coming back and winning on Thanksgiving Day. English is going to kick it off. Beverly's going to get the football first. Chris Cal doing an outstanding job as the head coach. I'm sure he'd be first to say a lot of terrific assistants as well. Good crowd here for this one. Starting on a Saturday afternoon. Tyler Drynan is going to kick it off. Back at the 10-yard line. Coming to the near side. Turning the corner, getting across the 30, out to about the 35-yard line. Duncan Moreland with the return. That's a pretty good return. Beverly has decent field position to start their opening drive at the 35-yard line. So we're underway. Not an easy assignment for English. They've got most of their skilled people back from last year. They lost a few guys up front, which are the blocking scheme for the Bulldogs. So they're breaking in new guys up front. Beverly goes to the I formation with two wideouts, motion to the far side. They pitch it, running to that far side. And they get very close to a first down. I'm going to call it the 42 and call it 7 yards. I'll call it the 43 and give him 8. Second and a short 2. Staying in the I formation. Coming to the near side, turning the corner, getting into English territory for the first down of the ball game. Clayton McAlpine. Beverly gets it to the English 44. 13 yards on the first down. So very quickly, 2 plays, English sees Beverly get it into their territory inside the 45. The wideouts go to the far side this time in that I formation. English jumps. That's going to cost him 5. So that play will come back. English trying to anticipate the snap, jumped offside. That's going to make it 1st and 5. Inside the 40. So Beverly gets a little bit of help. Again, the wideouts go to the far side. Motion coming. Now it backs off. Motion man gets the handoff. He's going to get a first down. That's Patrick Parsons. Inside the 35, they get to the 32 for a pickup of 7 and another first down. So Beverly on the move. No change. The wideouts go to the far side. They fake the motion. McAlpine with the carry. And gets wrapped up by Matt Severance, who's also the quarterback. Outstanding on both sides of the football, Severance. They lose back, call it the 34 for a loss of 2. Second down and 12. Beverly in their normal orange and black. Now they have 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. McAlpine, the lone running back. They give it to the motion man. Tries to cut it up inside, gets inside the 30. That's Moreland. They put it to 27. He picked up 7. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. Ryan Barra is the quarterback. They go back to that I formation. McAlpine, the deep man. Faking, Barra rolling, lets it fly, overthrows the intended receiver, and that was Moreland. Severance had the coverage. So they go up top for the first time, and it's incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Obviously, they'll go here. Looks like Power I in the backfield. And we got a timeout called by English. Probably went to a little different setup. And Chris Carroll wanted to call a timeout. Opening drive of the ball game. Opening game of the season. Coach Andrew Morency, the head guy for Beverly. Look at the roster. Beverly has a Hurrell Calise. I'm assuming he's the brother of young Mr. Calise, who played last year for Beverly, who formerly played for English. Moving over and played for Beverly. Had a great last, I think, 2 years for Beverly, at least 1. So big play early in the ball game. 4th and 5. They send 3 wideouts to the near side. They go spread shotgun for the first time. Now the halfback pass, caught and hit. Severance made a big hit on Moreland, and he couldn't hold on. That looked like a first down at the 15-yard line. Severance again with a big play. We told you he's the quarterback, but he's as good a safety as he is a quarterback. That was a perfect pass, little halfback option. Put him right on the number 8 for Moreland. And Severance hit him from behind, forced him to cough it up, and English will get the football for the first time at their 27. It tells you about the skill positions. Matthias Fowler, Prince Brown receivers, Bangura running back, Severance outstanding quarterback. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Severance looking, rolling, fakes, takes off and runs with it, and gets to the 31. Picked up 4. Second down and 6 for the Bulldogs. English going quickly. 3 wideouts go to the far side this time. Bangura in the backfield with Severance. They give it to Bangura. Breaks a tackle. Skids to the middle. He's wide open. One man to beat. They're not going to get him. At the line of scrimmage, he bumped in a Beverly defender, bounced off him, went straight to the goalpost, 69 yards, and very quickly English has jumped on top. Nothing fancy. Hand it off to Bangura, have him run straight up the middle. They go 73 yards in 2 plays, 69 of them for the touchdown by Bangura. And what a difference a series makes. Beverly driving, pick up a couple of first downs. They're in English territory. The pass looks like it's a first down. Severance makes the play, knocking it loose. They run 2 plays. Bangura goes 69 yards for the touchdown. And just like that, English leads it, and they go double wing for the 2-point conversion. Coming to the near side, not going to get there. Moreland made the hit. Looked like Bratwaite might have been the ball carrier, but the rush was no good. So for the second time, English will kick off. And they're kicking off this time, leading 6-0. So I'm sure what Chris Carroll was hoping when he arrived at the stadium today was that hopefully we can get out to a quick start. There are quite a few fans on the English side. Nice to see on a very nice Saturday afternoon. A lot of football left. Beverly has shown they can move the football. Kick is away. English, I think, got the football. Beverly didn't go get it. It bounced along the sideline. There was nobody there. They had everybody deep. And English comes up with the football. They're going to pick it up at the 30. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the number of the player. And just like that, leading 6-0, they get the ball at the 30-yard line. They kicked a high pop-up. Beverly didn't have the far side covered. They were a little bit deeper after the first kick went to the 10-yard line. And it bounced, and English was down there quickly and picked it off. And now we get a flag. That usually means somebody English moved. And that's going to cost them 5. So you can't ask for a much better start. Second play of the game, Bangura goes 69 yards. They kick off. Beverly doesn't cover it. English recovers. And they have the ball deep in Beverly territory with a chance to add to their lead. They'd love to go up 2 scores here. They double the wideouts to either side. Severance looking to throw. Lets it fly deep. Caught, dropped. Looked like they were going to have a big play there, and then they just couldn't hold on. Three wideouts to the near side on 2nd and 15. They give it to Bangura. Not much there. Back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. So 3rd and 15. 3 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Severance by himself in the backfield. Rolling to the near side, looking, still looking. Lets it fly. Caught. Prince Brown with his first catch. You're going to see that a lot this year. Down to the 20. How's that? They needed 15. They got exactly 15. So they move the chains. They hold on to the football. It'll be 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 20-yard line. Bangura in the backfield with Severance. They give it to Bangura. Cuts it to the outside. Gets stacked up right about the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Beverly had the ball to start. They drove, had a first down at the English 32, coughed it up at the 27. They haven't touched the ball since. English scored and recovered the kick after the touchdown. Severance again rolling, looking. Lets it fly deep for the end zone. Incomplete, looking for Prince Brown. Beverly had him covered pretty well. So let's bring it up. Here we go again. 3rd and 10 from the 20. They had 3rd and 15. Completed the pass to Brown for 15. Now they go 3rd and 10 from the 20. Trying to keep this drive alive. And English is going to call a 30-second timeout to talk about it. Opening game of the season. Normally you see the opening game as a non-league game before they get into the Northeastern Conference, but this is Northeastern Conference football. Not an easy assignment for English to go to Beverly. Certainly not an easy assignment for Beverly to take on Lynn English. So it's tough for both teams. I think Morenci and Carroll, if they had their druthers, they would have said, would rather play this game a little later on. Nobody in the backfield with Severance. 5 wideouts. Motion now to the near side. The quick out. Caught by Prince. Looking for a first down. He's going to get it and more. Down near the 2-yard line. They had Prince out. Just made a little move to the middle of the field. A quick out to Prince. And they bring it down to the 2. So they pick up 18 in the first down. Knocking on the door. Severance off to the right, dives in for the touchdown. So that recovery of the kick. 30 yards in 7 plays. And English very quickly has a 2-score lead. They run 9 plays. They scored 2 touchdowns. 1 long range run, 1 short range. Now they'll look for 2. They go to the spread. Everybody out. Severance by himself. Now the motion. Severance running, pitching. Not going to get there. One of the wideouts went in motion. Severance running to the near side. Looked to try and make the pitch. And Beverly played it very well. I think it was Taj Purta who got hit trying to get that 2-point conversion. So for the third time in the first period, English will kick off. And you can bet that Beverly is going to be covering all the angles here on this kick. They gave one away, not covering the last kick. English recovered it, only had to go 30 yards. Actually 35 with the 5-yard penalty. They booted away. Bobbled, picked up at the 15-yard line. Turning the corner and getting near the 30-yard line is Moreland. They give him the 31. And that's where Beverly will put it in play. English very quickly jumping out to a 12-0 lead. So with the first period winding down, they'll win the first period, but we got a lot of football left. Started to come to the near side, broke it back to the middle. Ball was loose, but they called, the whistle blew the play dead before that. They're going to give 5 to McAlpine to the 36. Second down and 5 from there. They double the wideouts to the far side. They fill the backfield now with Barra. Barra keeps. Started to go up the middle, cuts it to the outside, and gets hit. Severance and Brown were there to knock him down. I think they generously gave him a yard to the 32. Or 37, excuse me. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. And I think they're saying that's the last play of the period. You never know with the clock, because the clock is not official. Now they're saying a timeout. Beverly trying to hold on to the ball. They don't want to give it back to the Bulldogs now, trailing 12-0. But a big play coming up. They need 4. They keep everybody in tight. And now we got another timeout. So back-to-back timeouts. Didn't like what they saw with either their offensive setup or the English defensive setup. So they call another timeout. Again, a very nice crowd. Good to see on a Saturday afternoon. Now they power to the far side rather than the near side. Barra keeps rolling to the near side. Incomplete. we have a penalty? There's a flag at the 49-yard line. And they're going to call English either interference or holding. One of the two. Beverly's going to hold on to the football and get a first down. So English gets penalized. It winds up an 11-yard penalty. I thought it was back from the line of scrimmage, 15 yards, but they're putting it at the spot of the foul. So that gives Beverly a first down at their 48-yard line. They'll hold on to the football. McAlpine can't get outside. The initial hit was Severance again. He slowed him down and got some help from his friends. And they lose a yard to the 47. He's the safety, but he gets up to the line of scrimmage very quickly. He's in on a lot of tackles, as well as being the quarterback. So 2nd and 11 from the 47. They go to the spread, wideouts right and left. Barra over the middle, caught. Perta with the hit. That's Moreland with the catch. They're back in English territory at the 43. They picked up 10. So it's going to be 3rd and a yard for Beverly. Wideouts right and left. Barra looking. Lets it fly deep. Caught inside the 25. And it's Moreland again. Was there a penalty on the play? Illegal receiver downfield against Beverly. So they had the big play, 19 yards inside the 25. Instead, they're going to push it back. To the 48. So it was 3rd and 1. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6. They had the big first down inside the 25. They double the wideouts to either side. Motion coming to the near side. They dump it to the far side. And they're just about going to pick up a first down. They dumped it off to McAlpine. And he was able to wiggle his way. They may have to measure this. He needed the 42. The ball is just shy of the 42-yard line. They either just made it or missed by the stripe of a football. They're going to bring the chains out and measure. They made it by the nose of the football. They needed 6, they got 6. Parra looking to throw again. Lets it fly long and deep and overthrows the intended receiver. can't tell you who that is because Beverly doesn't have a number 3 on their roster. He thought he got held or pushed. He was looking for a flag. Signal the official. And now they're discussing it. Are they going to come up with a penalty? They are. They're going to mark it off against English. To the 32, and it's a first down. So the receiver signaled, where's the flag? Where's the flag? And I didn't think he got the call. And then I look, they discuss it, and they mark off 10 against English. And Beverly has it at the 32-yard line. Barrow with the keep, doesn't get much. They give him a 31 for a yard. And that's going to be the end of the first period. English getting out quickly, putting 2 scores on the board. Beverly now with a drive, trying to get one of them back. English has gone over 100 yards in that first period. And now, as we start the period, Barrow with the keep, back to the 31. Third and 9. Over the middle. Nice catch. High in the air. He knew he was going to get crunched. Put a big hit on Moreland at the 20-yard line. That's a terrific play. He went high in the air over his head. Picked it. Knew he was going to get hit. They pick up 11 and a first down. In the corner of the end zone, Barra combines with Moreland, another nice catch deep in the far corner of the end zone, and Beverly gets on the board. So Moreland made a great catch at the 20. And now he goes in the far corner of the end zone, stayed in bounds, caught the ball. Aided by a few penalties, Beverly gets on the board. They get it down, and they just got it over. Joey Loretti. Little half pop, and it's 12-7. 69 yards in 12 plays, helped by a couple of penalties against the Bulldogs. And they've cut that deficit to 12-7. And they'll kick it off to the Bulldogs. English had 75 yards rushing, 69 of them on that touchdown run by Bangura. And Loretti will kick it off. Struggling for an extra yard or two across the 30-yard line. And that's Purtle with the return. And English will have it at their 32. And now that 12-point lead has been cut to 5. And the Bulldogs will have to go back to work. Their first possession of the second period. Beverly had 55 yards in that first period. 45 rushing, one pass for 10 yards. But then they come out and complete 2 passes for 31. 2 nice catches by Moreland. The second one for the touchdown. Severance lets it fly long and deep. Second and 10. Severance brings the play back to the huddle. They go double wing. Bangura turn the corner. Gets it to the 39. They need 3. And I think they're going to get it. Bangura ran straight ahead. Let's see how much forward progress they give him. They give him to the 42, and that's a first down. They run it straight ahead again. This time with Nick Bates. Picks up 2. At the 44. 3 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Severance by himself. Rolling, looking. They're going to call it incomplete. Third and 8 for the Bulldogs. From the 44, their own 44. Again, nobody in the backfield with Severance. 5 wideouts. 3 to the far side. Motion now coming to the near side. The quick out to Purtle. Can't turn the corner. Nice defense by Barra, the quarterback. He's playing defense as well. And English, I think, is going to have to kick the football. They picked up 2 on the pass. It's going to be 4th down and 6. Sevens, are they going to go here? They may be trying to draw Beverly offside. They're going. Incomplete. They're going to give Beverly very good field position. Well, Chris Carroll rolled the dice. I'm not sure what that was all about. He was pointing here, there, and everywhere. They're marking it off against Beverly, but Beverly's going to hold on to the football. Unsportsmanlike against Beverly. Back to the 39-yard line. So a big 15-yard. That makes it a little easier for English. Beverly was going to have the ball at the English 46-yard line. That's almost like a punt. I formation with wideouts to the far side. Barra rolling to the far side. Lobs it up, incomplete, looking for Moreland. Threw it a little bit long. It'll be 2nd and 10. Not much on that play. They pick up a yard. Try to run straight into the teeth of that English defense. Third and 9. Again, wideouts to the far side, I formation. They run it straight ahead again, and they get piled up. Again, Severance making the first hit. Bangora in there as well, along with Bowen Tay. They get out to the 42. I think they'd like to have that series back. I don't think Beverly's going to take a page from English's book. I think they're going to punt the football. Fourth and 7 for the Panthers. Makes a very good Beverly bounce all the way down to the 24-yard line. So English will get it there at their 24. Second possession here in the second period. They watched Beverly score early in this period to cut the lead to 5. Now they go double wing. Beverly brings everybody up at the line of scrimmage. Prince Brown with the carry. Hit and knocked back. I think he's going to lose a yard or two. They went double wing. Beverly brought almost 11 guys up to the line of scrimmage. They go back to the 22. They lose 2. English going quickly. Sevens goes under center. Looking over the middle. Wide open Prince Brown. You could see that coming. He set up as a tight end. He went straight to the goalpost. He was wide open, and Sevens hit him in stride. 78 yards. Second long touchdown. We told you when he caught the 15-yard pass for first down, you're going to see a lot of that this year. You just saw it there. He just ran straight to the goalpost. Sevens hit him in stride. Nobody's going to catch him when he gets out like that. "76 yards in 2 plays. They lost 2 on the first play. They gained 78 on the second play, so they run for 69. They pass for 78. And we got illegal substitution against English. Tyler Drinan, our junior, is going to try and kick the extra point. But Beverly has to be careful because Sevens is the holder. They move it back to the 15, so it's a 25-yard kick. They get it down, and he kicks it through. He gets his first point of the season. English has got their 2-score lead back. Sevens goes over 100 yards passing. They've got almost 200 yards. They're 2 yards shy of 200 yards, while Beverly has 89. Beverly has 7 first downs, but a few of those are on penalties. So English gets their 12-point lead back. They lead it 19-7. And English will kick it off again. Still got a lot of football left to play. English is showing they can do it both ways. They can beat you running the ball. They can beat you throwing the ball. Drinan will kick it off. And again, Beverly will be extra careful. English has already recovered one of these. At the 30-yard line, this is Moreland. Straight ahead, they're going to get good field position. Down at the 48. So a nice return by Duncan Moreland. He's a junior. Very good receiver. So 1st and 10 from the 48, their own 48. The Panthers, high formation, a double. Wideouts go to the near side. And they're not going to go anywhere. They're lucky if they get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, they run right into the teeth of that English defense. No gain on the play. Again, the two wideouts come to the near side. Now they go motion to the far side. Para faking, looking. Lets it fly deep behind the defense. Too far for Moreland. He had a step, but the throw was actually out of bounds. He had no chance to catch that one. But he had a step or two on the defense. Para threw that a long way and threw it out of bounds. So another big play for Beverly. 3rd and 10. They double the wideouts to either side as they go to the spread. Now we're going to whistle for a timeout. Beverly wants to talk about it. Can't have a lot of timeouts left. This is a full timeout, so everybody can go to the sideline. 30-second timeout, only one player can go. The English get out quickly, 12-0. Bangor went a big 69 yards. When they kicked off, they recovered the fumble, only had to go 30 yards. Severance went in from the 2. Beverly came back and started a drive, helped up by a couple of English penalties. They wound up going 69 yards in 12 plays. Moreland made one big catch, getting the ball down to the 20 for a first down, and then going in to the right deep corner of the end zone, making a catch from Barra. And then Loretti kicked the extra point, and it was 12-7. And then English came back after losing 2 on the first play. Severance hooks up with Prince Brown right. Bangor's run was straight down the middle to the goalpost. Prince Brown's pass, he went straight to the goalpost, downfield. Severance hit him in stride. They went right down the middle of the field for 78 yards. And that made it 19-7, and that's where we are. Barra looking to throw. Dumps it short. Breaking a tackle, getting around the corner is McAlpine, staying in bounds. Good second, third effort. Looked like he was going out. He picks up a first down to the 33. He picked up 15. Wide open in the flat is Moreland. That's looks like a first down also. It was right at the stake, and now they say first down. They put it at 23, so they made exactly 10 for another first down. Yeah, I think Nzinga's calling a timeout this time. So the return on the kick got them to the 48. 2 plays, picks up 25. Actually, 2 plays, picks up 27. or 29, excuse me. One nice extra effort by McAlpine, staying in bounds along the sideline, picking up 19, and then Moreland makes another catch. He's been a thorn in the side. He's caught 3 balls for 41 yards here in the second period. So at the 23, first and 10. Barra lets it fly. We got a flag on the play. Beverly is celebrating like it's a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. What's it? They're marking it at the 1 yard line. And the officials are having a long discussion. Moreland made another terrific catch. Holding against English is refused. Unsportsmanlike against Beverly for that celebration. And they're going to mark it off against Beverly. They mark it out to the 16. So they refused the penalty against English because they had the ball at the 1 yard line. The penalty brings it back to the 16 where it will be first and 10. They dump it up. Caught. Getting inside the 5. Foster Smallman with the catch. They get to the 4. So it'll be first and goal from the 4. They go quickly. Barra caught for the touchdown for Moreland. It was actually Patrick Parsons who made the catch. And Beverly gets back within the score again. .52 yards in 7 plays, all in the air. They didn't gain anything on the ground. They ran a couple of plays. And Loretti looking for the extra point. Boots it through. And it's back to a 5-point lead again. So Barrett completes 5 out of 6 on the drive. The last one 4 yards to Patrick Parsons. And English's 2-score lead has dwindled once again to 5 points, not even a score. A touchdown would give Beverly the lead. Both teams have gone over 100 yards passing. And Loretti will kick it off yet again. So ebb and flow back and forth. English, a little white knuckle time again, having the lead cut to 5 with a lot of football left to play. They kicked the ground ball, picked up at the 15-yard line. Bangura gets loose. Finally knocked down from behind. Lost the football, but they said he was down. Jay Sean Jones knocked him down from behind. A nice return by Bangura. England's going to have good field position. To the English 46, and it will be 1st and 10 from there. So English has to go back to work. Twice they've opened up 2 touchdown leads. Twice Beverly has come back and cut it to 5 points. They leave Severance by himself. 5 wideouts. Rolling, looking, in trouble. Gets away. Not going to get away from everybody. Inside the 35. They put it at the 35. They lost 11. And we get a timeout. Beverly with a little bit of momentum. They gave away the big run by Bangura. They came right back with the big sack on Severance, an 11-yard loss. And now English is faced with a 2nd and 21. Wheels turning on both sides now. Beverly thinking they got a little momentum. Kind of lead once again to 5. Barrers brought them back. He's completed 7 passes in this 2nd period. 2 of them for touchdowns to get them back within 5. Giving him 3 for the first half. He had the other completion. Now English is going to pick up 5 yards after all that. So English going backwards on this drive. They lose 5 more. Now it's going to be 2nd and 26. They need one of those long plays. They've got a run for 69 and a pass for 78, both for touchdowns. They could use one of those plays right here. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. And they blow the whistle again. It's going to cost English 5 more. And Beverly doing a great job by just sitting back and watching. Because now all of this is, if English is forced to punt, Beverly's going to wind up with pretty good field position. I don't know if English has a 2nd and 31 in their playbook. The quick out. And they get a few back. That's Purtle with the catch. Out to the 42. Through the 32. They picked up 7. But they need an awful lot more. They need 14 yards to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So Ole Miss, the momentum is all of a sudden wearing a little bit of orange and black. They run it with Bangura, and there's a flag coming in on the play. And that, I think, is going to be against English again. Beverly might refuse this one. And then again, they're going to mark it off, I think. I think they got a hold against English at the end of that play. They're talking to Beverly. Beverly might be saying, you know what, we don't want it. Let English kick. Bangura got to the 36. Actually, the 37. And Beverly's saying, forget the penalty. They're going to have to kick from here. And we got a timeout. So the officials are going to mark off the penalty, and it would have been third down again. That's the last timeout for Beverly. So instead of that, Beverly is saying, forget it. They're 9 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. It would have been, it's 4th and 19. We don't care if it's going to be 3rd and 29. Let them kick from here. We can get the ball with time winding down here in the half. English 1 yard shy of 200 yards, 199 yards. So Beverly with a little bit of momentum, they scored to cut to 5. They shut English down. First time in the second period, English had scored to get the lead back to 12, and now English has to kick it away. First punt, and now illegal substitution against English. Somebody came in and out a little bit too late. So that helps Beverly move it back to the 32. Beverly, with any kind of run back, could get great field position here. Kick is away. They field it on the fly at the 40-yard line with a head of steam up, and they get back inside the 35. They almost got back to where the ball was snapped from. And I can't tell you who it was because they don't have a number 3 on their roster. "25-yard kick return. And now they're marking something off. There was a penalty on the play, and from the point of the penalty, they move it back to the Beverly 45-yard line. Beverly loses 25 yards on the play. And he'll start, still good field position from their 45. Barrow looking, lets it fly long and deep. It's caught. Took it away from defenders. What a great catch by Moreland. Looked like English had them covered with a blanket to get down to the 11-yard line. 44 yards on the first down. Beverly trying to beat the clock. They spike it. Beverly knocking on the door, trying to take their first lead and trying to beat the clock. Moreland made a tremendous catch. Looked like English had him covered on both sides. He went up between two defenders and made the catch. 44 yards later, Beverly has it, what's now 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. But they don't need a first down. They got to get in the end zone because the clock is winding down. And we're getting a timeout, I think, by English. Has to be English because Beverly used all theirs. I wish they had a couple of those left right now. So English has answered the call. Each time Beverly has scored, they got the lead back, and then Beverly has come back twice to cut it to 5, and now they're looking to get their first lead of the ball game. Sitting on the English side of the field, people are a little bit in shock all of a sudden. The English looked like they were handling Beverly, and now Beverly has a chance to take the lead. We mentioned Moreland is only a junior. Boy, he's a terrific receiver. Barry, the quarterback, throws the ball well. He's a senior. So this would be a big turn of events and huge turn momentum-wise for Beverly if they could score and go in and take the lead at halftime. And that would take the wind out of the sails a little bit of the Bulldogs. They'd have to regroup in the second half. Barrett looking to throw. Looking in the end zone. There's Moreland with the catch. The defender didn't turn around. Moreland was watching the ball. The defender was watching Moreland, and he caught it. Last time in the end zone, he caught it in the far right corner. Now he catches it in the far left corner, and Beverly is taking the lead. Third touchdown pass, second to Moreland. Loretti will look for the extra point. He boots it through. He's 3 for 3. And just like that, Beverly leads it 21-19. And old Mr. Momentum has changed sides. Beverly has gone over 200 yards, 163 yards passing for Barra. Beverly will have time to kick it off. And now the Beverly fans and the Beverly players are all excited, bumping up and down. All of a sudden, they got the lead back after trailing by 12 twice. They kick a ground ball, bounced off. English has to grab it, and they're going to get tackled at the 19. They're lucky they didn't lose the football. And all Beverly is sky high right now. And that's the last play. They're going to go to the locker room. English almost coughed it up. So English twice, led by 12. Beverly comes back, and it's Beverly by 2, 21-19 Beverly at halftime. Welcome back to Herd Stadium as we're set to start the second half. Beverly shocked English. They scored consecutive touchdowns late, one on virtually the last play of the game. They kicked off was the last play. The clock ran out, but virtually the last play of the game they scored, or the half, and they grabbed a 2-point lead, their first lead ever. Now English loses it and has to fall on it back at the 15-yard line. So when things were looking good, all of a sudden, a turn of events, they've gone south for English a little bit. They almost lost the kick to end the first half. They almost lost the kick to start the second half. And the ball's going to be at the 15-yard line. Severance keeps, cuts it up inside, and gets about 5. Second and 5. The quick out. And that'll be enough for a first down. Tajidil with the catch. Six yards and a first down. Severance with the keep. Might have got a yard if he was lucky. Caught. Short yardage. And that's Purder. To the 29, they picked up 2. 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Severance was 5 for 10 for 163 yards in that first half. The touchdown to Prince Brown was 78 yards. Severance rolling, looking, finds Brown wide open, out to the 45, maybe the 46. They put it at the 45. 16 yards and a first down. Brown with 137 yards catching. And Gore runs into a stack of orange and black shirts. He's going to lose yardage. He's going to lose a yard to the 44. Bangor ran for 84, 69 of them on that second play of the game for English for the touchdown. Severn's 5 for 10 for 100. Incomplete, looking for Brown. Almost picked off. He was 5 for 10 for 120. And a touchdown. Moreland had 118 yards in catches. And a couple of touchdowns. Barrow was 10 for 17 for 163 and 3 touchdowns. And English has another big play, 3rd and 11. Double wideouts to either side. Rolling to the near side. Severn stops, finds Purda, sidesteps one, and gets inside the Beverly 40-yard line. Severn's did a nice job getting loose and threw a nice pass, and Purda made a nice play getting loose for the first down to the Beverly 39. 17 yards in the first down. A quick out to Purda again. Almost slipped the tackle. They give me a yard to the 38. So 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Opening drive of the second half, trying to get the lead back. This will be the 10th play of the drive. They started back at their 15. They run straight ahead with Bangora. He's got a first down. To the 27, he picked up 11. He's approaching 100 yards. He's got 95. Looking deep. Incomplete. Second and 10 from the 27-yard line. We've seen that they have a kicker. Tyler Drynan, if they get close. They don't want to settle for that, though. Bangora gets inside the 25. They give him the 23 for 4. That puts him 1 yard shy of 100 yards. Another 3rd and long. Severn's the quick out. Purda went in motion, went back to, coming to the near side, went back to the far side. He makes the catch. They put it down at the 13. They picked up 10 and a first down, and we got a timeout. Purder has caught 4 passes on this drive. Down at the 13, English trying to get the lead back. Opening drive of the second half. They started at their 15-yard line. A baker's dozen, 13 plays they've run. Most of them, Severn's throwing the football. He's 6 for 8 on this drive. Look in the end zone, it's caught. Pruder with the catch. He was wide open. Severn saw him and just laid it right on the number 6. His 5th catch on the drive. 13 yards and a touchdown. And English is back on top. That's an impressive drive. 85 yards in 14 plays. And they'll go for 2. They set up in that double wing. Motion. Trying to turn the corner, not going to get there. So he ate up a lot of this third period with a 14-play drive, and English is back on top, 25-21. They're 1 shy of 100 rushing. $185 yards passing. English had 5 first downs in the first half. They picked up 6 on this last drive. And they're approaching 300 yards of offense. And they lead by 4. Beverly will finally get the ball here in the third period. Moreland with the return, does a pretty good job out to the 40. Severn's completed 7 passes on that 85-yard drive. 5 of them to Purder. They fake the pitch, turn the corner, they get about 6. Parsons with the carry. Out to the 46. 2nd and 4. Too far, incomplete. They overthrow out in the flat, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. English defense does the job. Old Mr. Momentum changes sides once again. Let's see what Beverly does from their own 46-yard line. They're discussing it on the sideline. Coach Morency might be thinking about going for this. We mentioned Brown with catches for 121 yards in the first half. He now has 137 with the catch in the 3rd period. Perter has caught 6 for 52. Severance is 12 for 19 for 185 yards. Looking to throw for it. Yeah, they overthrow the intended receiver. Moreland broke to the middle, so Beverly took a shot. They come up empty, and English is going to get great field position. Leading by 4. Beverly goes 4 and out. Golden opportunity for the Bulldogs here at the Beverly 46. They just went 85 yards in 14 plays to get the lead back. Now they'd like to get back to that 2-score lead. Bangura bangs ahead. Good second, third effort. Gets him near the 40-yard line, puts him over 100 yards. He picked up 6. They give it to him again. English opens up a hole. He gets a first down to the 35. First and 10 from the 35. English dominating this 3rd period. They had 14 plays. This is the 3rd play of their 2nd possession. Beverly went 4 and out. The quick out. Brown hit almost immediately. They give him a yard. English led by 12 twice. Beverly cut it to 5 twice. Beverly scored virtually on the last play of the first half to grab a 2-point lead at halftime. English comes out, 85 yards in 14 plays. Then they shut Beverly down. Beverly goes for it on fourth down, misses, gives English good field position. Now English trying to take advantage. They have it 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line of Beverly. Trying to get that 2-score lead back. Of course, they would have to get the extra point to do that. A touchdown would only make it 8. That would be still Beverly within 1 score for a tie. And of course, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of that 2-point lead for Beverly. It would be a 10-point lead for English if they score, so it would be 2 scores. So English would like to finish off this drive if they could. 2nd and 9 from the 34. Severance has been tremendous on both sides of the football. Looking to throw. Lets it fly deep. Incomplete. Is there a flag on the play? Interference against Beverly. That's going to give English a first down. Now they're going to mark this one off from the line of scrimmage. The last one, they put it at the spot of the foul. I guess it depends on where it occurs. They're going to mark it down to the 19, a 15-yard penalty. So that moves the change. English is in the red zone. They give it to Bangura. Nothing much there, if anything. They put it down to 20. He lost a yard. We're going to play it down. There's going to be a chance to take a break. A warm Saturday. Not easy pickings for these young men out there. So again, English get out quickly. Scored in their first 2 possessions. Scored and then recovered the kick. Scored again. They're up 12. Beverly cut it to 5. English pushed it to 12. Beverly cut it to 5. And then virtually the last play of the half, Beverly scored 2 back-to-back touchdowns, but the last one, virtually in the last play, they kicked off, but the kick ended the half. So virtually the last play of the half, Beverly scored to take a 2-point lead. English come out fired up in the second half. 85 yards in 14 plays, mostly throwing by Severance, catching by Purda. He hit Purda for 13 yards. English jumps back on top by 4. And then they shut Beverly down. Beverly went for it on fourth down. Missed. They gave English good field position. And now a 15-yard penalty with pass interference moves the ball down to the 19-yard line. They lose a yard on first down, and that's where we are. 2nd and 11 from the 20-yard line. Looked like the young man's going to be okay. I didn't catch his number. He went out under his own steam. Motion to the far side. Severance keeps not going anywhere. Beverly all over him. Right back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 11. Again, they had the kicker Dryden kick the extra point, but I don't know if we'll try a field goal from here. It might be a little too far. So they get 2 plays to pick up 11 yards. Bangura in the backfield with Severance. Brown by himself on the far side. They give it to Bangura. And he gets to about the 16. So it's going to bring up a big 4th down. Fourth and 7. And we've reached the end of the 3rd period. English has exactly 200 yards passing. And they've gone 114 yards rushing. So 314 yards and 13 first downs through 3 periods. Beverly has 54 yards rushing. They have 163 passing. 13 first downs. And English holding on to a 4-point lead, and they got a big play coming up. They're at the 16-yard line, and they need 7. Severance has passed for 80 yards, or he passed for 80 yards in the 3rd period. Most of them to Purder. Severance by himself in the backfield. Rolling, looking to throw. Looks for the end zone. Incomplete. And English turns it over. So they had an opportunity, and they come up short. And Beverly will get the football. Still very much in the game, trailing by 4. English defense will try to go to work and shut them down here. If they can shut them down here and force them to punt, English will get good field position again. So we're down to just about 11 minutes left. 1 play into the 4th period. English leading by 4. McAlpine going no place. The bottom of the pile, Miguel Ramos. They gave him a yard to the 17. Trying to turn the corner, going to get buried out of bounds. All kinds of white shirts over there. Back to the 16, they lost 1. Well, they gain 1, they lose 1. Beverly's going to have to kick it away. English is going to get good field position. And that's without a run back. Kick will come just outside the 5-yard line. High, short kick. Takes a little bit of a Beverly bounce, but English is going to get good field position at the Beverly 46. Second time they started at the 46. Beverly's first possession, they went for it on 4th down and gave it to English at the 46. Now they have it again. So Beverly has run 7 plays and gained 6 yards. Evans gets wrapped up, falls forward for maybe a yard. Letting it fly deep, too far. And it's going to bring up another 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. Motion coming. Pert starts, then goes back. Severance going to take off and run with it. He's loose. Big run by Severance. We told you he does it on both sides of the ball. Gets a little shove. McAlpine a little frustrated as Severance picks up a big 1st down. All the way down to the 23-yard line. He picked up 22. English back at it. Bangura. There's a flag coming in at the end of the play. It's a face mask against Beverly. Bangura picks up a yard. I don't know what happened to the flag. They threw the flag in. The official gave the motion like it was a face mask. But they leave the ball to 22, so Bangura picks up 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. I don't know what happened to the flag. They waved it off for some reason. English will go to the double wing. Beverly will bring almost everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Severance with a quarterback sneak. They put it down to the 18. He picked up 4. Third and 5 for the Bulldogs. If nothing else, they're keeping the ball away from Beverly. They go back to the double wing. Bangura off the right side. Slips a tackle, gets to the outside, steps up, gets a first down and more. Good job by Bangura. Good second and third effort. He looked like he was stopped. Slipped the tackle, broke it to the outside, and gets a big first down. Down to the 7-yard line. He picked up 11. He's got 125 yards rushing. And English knocking on the door, first and goal. Eating up a lot of this second half. Beverly has run 7 plays, hasn't picked up a first down. The double wing again, Severance with the quarterback sneak. Gets a lot of help from his friends. They're trying to push him in the end zone. They give him to the 2. He's run for 33 yards and passed for 200. The English have done all this on the ground from the 46. A big 22-yard run by Severance on a 3rd and 9, and a big, on a 3rd and 9, a big 11-yard run by Bangura with second and third effort. And English trying to almost put this one away, trying to get up by 2 scores. They lead by 4, and we're going to get a timeout. So Beverly looked like they had all the momentum in the world. At the end of the half, they scored back-to-back touchdowns at the end of the second period. First one got them back within 5. At they flip-flop a couple of times. And then the last one, on virtually the last play of the half, got them a 2-point lead. They had all the momentum in the world going in at halftime. And whatever Chris Carroll and the crew talked to the team at halftime, it's worked. They've kept the ball away from Beverly, but when Beverly has had it, in their 2 possessions, they've only gained 5 yards. Meanwhile, English went on an 85-yard drive in 14 plays. They got it back again, ran 7 plays before turning the ball over at the 16-yard line. And then Beverly went 3 and out, and English gets the ball at the 46. And here we are. 8th play of the drive coming up. They're at the 2-yard line. Second and goal from the 2. They stay in the double wing. They give it to Bangura off the right side. He's in for the touchdown. And that's the referee behind everybody singing. Now they finally get the referees up on the line, signaling touchdown. Bangura goes in for his second score. And that makes it a 2-score game. .46 yards in 8 plays. 2 big plays, Severance picking up 22 on 3rd and 9. Bangura picking up 11 on 3rd and 9. All on the ground. So they rushed for 160. They passed for 200. And they have 19 first downs. Severance looking to throw. Caught by Perta. But there's a flag on the play. It's against English. English ran 21 plays to 4 for Beverly in the third period. And Beverly's only run 3 plays here in the fourth period. "29 plays to 6 for Beverly. And we're deep into the fourth period. So English taking control, 31-21. And they'll have to go a little further to try and get the 2-point conversion. They double the wideouts to either side. Severn's rolling, dumps it off, it's caught, but it's going to be well shy. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be against English. Illegal use of the hands against English, refused. English will kick it off. Beverly will get the football. But English enjoying their largest lead of the game since they scored on their first 2 possessions. They opened up a 12-point lead. Every time after that, they would push it to 12. Beverly would cut it to 5. Now they've got a 10-point lead deep into the fourth period. English well on their way to going 1-0 on the early season. We had St. Mary's and Lynn Classical last night winning. Lynn Tech will play later tonight to try to make it a 4-game sweep for the Lynn High Schools. Dryden will kick it off. They pick it up at the 26-yard line. They don't get to the 30. That was Parsons with the return. And they're going to give him, I think, the 29. No, they're going to put it at the 30. They give him the 30. So Beverly has their work cut out for them. We're in the fourth period. They trailed by 10. Looking for their first down in the second half. Barrow looking to throw, is in trouble. Dumps it off, threw a little bit behind the intended receiver. That was McAlpine. So right now, 8 plays run by Beverly in the second half. Six of them had only a yard or less, 0 or minus. Barrow lets it fly. It's caught. And they knock him out shy of the 40-yard line. That's Parsons. He picked up 8. Barrow again. Over the middle, incomplete. He was going to be hard pressed to try and get that one to Parsons. And it brings up a 4th down. 4th and a couple. I think Beverly's forced to go for it here. Trailing by 10. They need 2 scores. Three wideouts to the far side. Barrow in trouble. Gets wrapped up and dumped. Figueroa, Marquez, or Phoenix Figueroa Marquez, wrapped him up at the 30-yard line. He lost 8, and English gets great field position. Beverly's only run for 46 yards in the ball game. English, you'll probably see him keep the ball on the ground here, try to run the clock. 360 yards of offense for English. 217 for Beverly, but 171 in the air. English goes to that double wing. They give it to Bangura, trying to turn the corner. Does. He's out in the open, down the sideline. He get in for the touchdown, but I think there's a flag back. Beverly brought everybody up to the line of scrimmage, and once he got by the line of scrimmage, he was gone. I think they're going to give him to the 24. And they're going to mark it back from there. So Bangura's touchdown will be wiped out. It's a big one, 15-yarder. They mark it back to the 39. So give Bangura 6 on the play and then mark it back to the 39. And it will be 1st and 19 from the 39. Faking, rolling. They throw it deep. Brown's behind the defense again. They went to that double wing. Beverly brought everybody up to the line of scrimmage. They faked the run. Prince Brown just broke for the end zone, and Severance hit him in stride for the second time. This one goes 39 yards. And that'll be the icing on the cake. So they get credit for a 30-yard drive. In 2 plays, they overcome the 15-yard penalty. They pick up exactly 20 first downs. And Dryden's kick is good. And it's 38-21. .405 yards of offense for the Bulldogs. Severance, 239 passing. Prince Brown, 177 yards catching and 2 touchdowns. Perta caught for 52. Bangura runs for 131, 2 touchdowns. Severance rushes for 33 and passes for 239. Scores a touchdown, passes for 3. So Chris Carroll can breathe a little sigh of relief. They were worried at halftime with Beverly grabbing a 2-point lead, and now English has totally dominated the second half. And Beverly gets knocked down. And I believe the 41 is where they're going to put it. Moreland's caught passes for 118 yards. Barrow was passed for 163 and 3 touchdowns, but all of that in the first half. They haven't rushed for virtually anything. Barrow's going to get buried in the backfield. Jeriel Garcia all over him at the 35. They lost 6. They're minus 8 yards in the second half. Actually, they're even. They had a pass for 8 yards. Barrow gets some of it back as he gets up. Call it the 46, not quite the 47. That puts Beverly at 11 yards in the second half. No first downs. English has gone over 200 yards. Flag on the play. It's caught, but I think it's coming back. Moreland gets loose for a big play, pushed out of bounds. Bowentia pushed him out, but the play's coming back. That would have been their biggest play of the half, but they have 11 yards of offense in the second half. And no first downs. They're penalized back to the 41. Which is where this drive started, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Again, obviously in 4-down territory here, they're trailing by 3 scores. This one was virtually in the bank for English. But Beverly certainly won't punt from here. Barrow lets it fly. Incomplete. Looked like he had it. And when it looked like he had it, Purda knocked it out. Nice defensive play by Purda. Looked like Moreland made the nice catch, and Purda just got a piece of it and knocked it loose. Fourth down. 4 wideouts to the far side. Now we got a timeout. 405 yards of offense. Severance has passed for 239. He's rushed for 33. Scored 1, passed for 3. Brown and Severance combined for 2 touchdowns. 1 for 78, 1 for 39. 117 yards on 2 catches. Bangura's runs for 131. Purda caught passes for 52. Most of them on that drive in the 3rd period where he caught the 13-yard touchdown pass. Bangura scored 2. Severance, as we mentioned, scored 1, pass for 3. Everybody getting the act. The defense has been immense in the second half. Beverly has 11 yards of offense and no first downs. This will be the 15th play of the second half. Passes picked off. Nick Bates picked it. And English is going to go to 1-0. Now, little palpitations at halftime. English will get it there 49. And I don't think they're going to do anything here. Bangura on the second play of English's first possession, straight up the middle, 69 yards. They led 6-0. They kicked off. The kick was recovered at the 30-yard line. Severance went in from the 2 to make it 12-0. Barrett combined with Moreland for 20 yards. Loretti kicked, made it 12-7. Severance and Brown on a perfect straight down the middle completion for 78 yards. Dryden with the kick, it was 19-7. And then Beverly got momentum. They scored 2 in a row. Barrett to Parsons for 4, 19-14. Barrett to Moreland, 11. Made it 21-19 on the last play of the half. Beverly had their first and only lead. English come out and they've dominated the second half. Beverly has run 15 plays, has not picked up a first down, held to 11 yards of offense in the second half. Out of that double wing, they run inside the 45. And that's Miguel Ramos getting it to the 42 of Beverly. Picked up 9. In the third period, Purduck caught the pass from Severance for 13. Gave him the lead back. And in the fourth period, Bangura from the 2. Severance and Brown combined for 39. Dryden with the kick. That's where we are, 38-21, as English is running the clock out. Over 400 yards for English. Beverly winds up with 51 yards rushing. That last 11-yard sprint on a broken play by Barra got them into the plus in the second half. They were dead even. That gave them 11 yards of offense. They run for the first down. And it's Ramos again. Getting it to the 35 for 7 more. English standing around, they don't have to do very much. Beverly with 222 yards of offense, but 171 in the air. I think English is going to take a knee here, I think. English is going to wind up with 182 rushing, 239 passing, 421 yards of offense. They hold Beverly to 11 yards total. And that was a busted play running on fourth down by Barra. No first downs for Beverly. And that's after they got the momentum, leading by 2. I'm not sure why Beverly's taking a timeout. Bangura runs for 131. Brown catches for 177 and 2 touchdowns. Bangura 2 touchdowns. Severance passes for 239, 3 touchdowns. He runs for 33 and a touchdown. Purduck catches 52 yards, including a touchdown pass. The defense immense in the second half, holding Beverly to 11 yards, no first downs. They run 35 plays to Beverly's 15. English goes over 200 yards in the second half, and they turn that 2-point deficit into a 17-point win. They're leading 38-21, and they can now officially celebrate as the whistle blows to end the game. So Severance, Brown, and Bangura, big offensive, along with Purda. They run the ball well, 182 yards rushing, 421 yards of offense. Defense comes to life in the second half. Whatever Chris Carroll talked about at halftime, it worked in the second half. They totally shut Beverly down. English wins it going away 38-21. Beverly will drop to 0-1. English starts their 2018 campaign in the Northeastern Conference with a big win over Beverly. They go to 1-0. English 38, Beverly 21. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.